similar topography, I wonder why. And this is art, right? This is metaphor. But I think the point is that this is metaphor with teeth. And it's with those teeth that I want to propose today that we rethink a little bit about the role of contemporary math, not just financial math, but math in general, that it's transitioned from being something that we sort of extract and derive from the world to something that actually starts to shape it, the world around us and the world inside us, and it's specifically algorithms, which are basically the math that computers use to decide stuff, your mortgage. And what could go wrong, right? What could go wrong is that a year ago, 9% of the entire market just disappears in 5 minutes, and they called it the flash crash of 245, right? All of a sudden, 9% just goes away, and nobody, to this day, can even agree on what happened, because nobody ordered it, nobody asked for it, nobody had any control over what was actually happening. All they had was just a monitor in front of them that had the numbers on it, and just a red button that said, stop. And that's the thing, right, is that we're writing things. We're writing these things that we can no longer read. And we've rendered something kind of illegible. And we've lost the sense of what's actually happening in this world that we've made. And we're starting to make our way. There's a company in Boston called Nanex, and they use math and magic and I don't know what, and they reach in to all the market data, and they find, actually, sometimes some of these algorithms, and when they find them, they pull them out, and they pin them to the wall like butterflies. And they do what we've always done when confronted with huge amounts of data that we don't understand, which is that they give them a name and a story. So this is one that they found. They called the knife, the carnival, the Boston Shuffler, Twilight. And the gag is that, of course, these aren't just running through the market, right? You can find these kinds of things wherever you look once you learn how to look for them. You see this kind of behavior. What you see is the evidence of algorithms in conflict, algorithms locked in loops with each other without any human oversight, without any adult supervision to say, actually, 1.7 million is plenty. You stick with that. But what if you could rate those movies before they get made, right? Wouldn't that be handy? Well, so a few data scientists from the UK are in Hollywood, and they have story algorithms in a company called Epagogix. And you can run your script through there, and they can tell you quantifiably that that's a $30 million movie or a $200 million movie. And the thing is that this isn't Google, right? This isn't information. These aren't financial stats. This is culture. And what you see here, or what you don't really see normally, is that these are the physics of culture. And if these algorithms, like the algorithms on Wall Street, just crashed one day and went awry, how would we know? What would it look like? Seconds behind every time. These guys down on Wall Street, Marco Polo and Cherokee Nation, they're 8 microseconds behind all these guys going in to the empty buildings being hollowed out up around the Carrier Hotel, right? And that's going to keep happening. We're going to keep hollowing them out because you, inch for inch, and pound for pound and dollar for dollar, none of you could squeeze revenue out of that space like the Boston Shuffler could. But if you zoom out, you would see an 825-mile trench between New York City and Chicago. It's been built over the last few years by a company called Spread Networks. This is a fiber optic cable that was laid between those two cities to just be able to traffic one signal 37 times faster than you can click a mouse, just for these algorithms, just for the carnival and the knife. And when you think about this, that we're running through the United States with dynamite and rock saws so that an algorithm can close the deal 3 microseconds faster, all for a communications framework that no human will ever know, that's a kind of manifest destiny, and we'll always look for a new frontier. And fortunately, we have our work cut out for us. easy collaboration between nature and man. But now there's this kind of third coevolutionary force, algorithms, the Boston Shuffler, the carnival. And we will have to understand those as nature. And in a way, they are.
Gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that's been going on for quite some time now. Something that we might not even be entirely aware of. Yes, I'm talking about algorithms. These little magical codes that run everything from our social media feeds to our online shopping experiences. They're everywhere, always working behind the scenes, tirelessly optimizing and personalizing our digital lives. But here's the thing, algorithms are not just a cool techie feature or a fun toy for the Silicon Valley elites. No, they're much more than that. They are already running our lives. And if we're not careful, they'll soon be controlling them too. Think about it. When was the last time you booked a flight or searched for a new restaurant without relying on algorithms? When did you last make an informed decision without consulting the wise judgment of your favorite search engine? Or let's take social media. How many times have you liked or shared a post just because an algorithm suggested it to you? I bet it's more often than you think. But wait, there's more. Algorithms are also used in banking and finance. In fact, they've been around for quite some time now. High-frequency trading algorithms determine which stocks to buy or sell within fractions of a second based on complex mathematical models, often without any human intervention. And then there's automated credit scoring, which relies on algorithms to determine your creditworthiness based on your data points, such as your age or income. So what does all this mean for us? It means that algorithms are already making decisions about us and impacting our lives in ways we might not even realize. And as they become more advanced and sophisticated, they will only gain more power and influence over us. That's where central banking comes in, the idea that algorithms could potentially run monetary policies and control economic systems with machine-like precision. Soon we will giving complete power over us, not to the elite but machines. But do we really want algorithms to have complete control over our financial systems? Do we want machines to decide whether interest rates should go up or down, or how much money should be printed? I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pretty scary scenario to me. So what can we do about it? Firstly, we need to educate ourselves about algorithms and how they work. We need to learn how to spot bias and manipulation in algorithmic decision-making processes. We need to demand more transparency from the companies and institutions that use algorithms. Secondly, we need to start asking important questions about the role of algorithms in our society. What kind of world do we want to live in? Do we want a world where machines make all the decisions for us, or do we want a world where humans are still in charge? It's up to us to take action now before it's too late. The fact that we still think they serve us rather than slowly replacing us is too mind-blowing than most people want to really acknowledge.